Hi, it's Megan. So all of the summer collections are coming out, which for me is always exciting. I live in Southern California, and so I always feel, I mean, I get really into the plums and the rich colors in the fall, but frankly, I always feel like the summer collections suit me and my life the best. The springs are a little too pastel, and the summers are a little too dark. I mean, the winters are too dark. Falls again too dark, so summers are always perfect. So Dior has come out with the tie-dye collection, which has an eye cool, which is kind of like a shimmery sea blue eyeshadow palette, a waterproof mascara, 4 duo color lipsticks, and by that, when they talk tie-dye, it's like one color on the outside and then a different color on the middle, so you're kind of getting 2 different colors. Then 3 fluid sticks, BB cream, which I'm kind of intrigued. I might buy it and buy that because summer BB creams, I love that radiance concept that a lot of times they have. 4 nail polishes and 2 blushes. And so this review is for one of the 2 blushes. And I actually got both of the 2 blushes, which is honestly crazy, but you can only try so many things so fast. And so far I've mostly just played around with the Pink Sunset. So there's Pink Sunset and Coral Sunrise. And so let me show you what it looks like. It comes in this beautiful silver case, and then it comes in this, you know, beautiful big Dior box. And it actually came in a Dior gift box as well, because this is, you know, one of those luxury brands. They let you feel like, wow. I think the only place it's available right now that I've seen is on the Dior website, but I can't, you know, the thing I've found with a lot of the Dior collections is that they haphazardly appear in stores in Southern California where I am, which is a bigger market, and so it's hard for me always to know, like, even the stores I expect will get it aren't always the ones that get it first, so, or at all. This is what it looks like. So it has that great tie-dye thing going on, and then it comes with a brush, and adding the brush bumps you up to a $57 price point, which is not cheap, and it is 0.35 ounces, so it's a good size blush. And this is what it looks like. It's a mix of shimmery shades and matte shades, and I'm actually not going to try to swatch each of the colors separately on camera. I did that in an outdoor swatch so you can see what the colors look like. It's just too difficult, and that's the plus side. And the downside of all these tie-dye formulas, for some reason I always get suckered into the multiple blushes, eyeshadows, and lipsticks, and quite frankly they apply unevenly, right? If you dip your brush in one spot, you're going to get something totally different than if you dip your spot in another. This little white stripe right there is quite shimmery, as is this little purplish one on the outside. So you've got kind of like a purplish mauve pink. You've got more of a corally kind of a pink, a warm pink. You've got more of the nude kind of color, that's the one that predominates. And then you've got this little shimmery white thing. And how does it look when you blend it all together? Well, that's what's on my cheeks, and I'm going to put a little bit more. I mean, this is it's a beautiful blush, and it gives you just a really beautiful radiance. You have some control as to how it applies. You can make it warmer, cooler. Overall, though, it's a fairly warm, somewhat neutral pink, given it has that kind of nudish pink shade in it, which is always my favorite sort of blush shade. So I really like this blush, and I actually, this may be the only brush, well, the second brush I've ever, maybe third brush I've ever complimented that was included or cost extra to get with your blush. This is actually a really great blush. It's a great size, so if you want to like travel with it or throw it in a bag, it's not very big. I wish it had like a little case on it for better for travel, but it's actually a really, really good brush. And the other thing I was going to say about this one is, you can see it looks kind of bright on me, but if you've got a really dark complexion, this might not work for you. For medium, light skin tones, I think it's great, but the coral had a lot more color than this one does. You can see how pretty it is. And I'm going to try to swatch it on my wrist, just doing the whole thing, which is really hard. Oh, it's not even going to show. And I just made a mess of it too. Yeah, it's not even going to show. So just look at my outdoor swatches, which I always put at the beginning of the video. Overall, is it worth the $57? Yes, If you want a warmer toned blush, you need a brush, you like the packaging, and you want that kind of illuminating radiance that this blush gives you. Is it my favorite blush given the price point of the season? I think it's one of my favorite blushes, and I think as far as the job that Dior did on this, I think it's one of, I actually like Dior blushes. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, Dior blush I've tried, and I do slightly favor the pink one over the coral one, but they're both really beautiful. So that's all I have to say about it. If you have thoughts, comments, suggestions, I would love to hear. The wear time on this is about 8 hours, and it doesn't, you can see it's radiant, but it's not metallic, so it's not giving you that kind of hard sheen that some products like this can give you. So it's a really pretty blush. Anyway, that's it. Please subscribe. It helps me. It really does. And that's it. I'm ending it. Thanks. Bye.